There is a moment of profound decision. A fork in the road for the soul. Down one path lies the comfort of reaction, the life lived according to the whims of emotion, the tug of distraction, the approval of the crowd. It is a wide, well-traveled road. Down the other lies a different terrain. It is narrower, steeper, and quiet. This is the path of absolute discipline. Not the discipline of punishment, but the discipline of alignment. The alignment of every action, every thought, every silent moment, with a purpose you have chosen for yourself. This discipline, when fully realized, does not seek to be seen. Yet it becomes unmistakable. It radiates. It creates a force field of intent so potent it can unsettle those who have grown accustomed to a world of negotiation, excuse, and compromise. To become so disciplined it scares them is not about intimidation. It is about presenting a reality so consistent, so self-contained, and so impervious to external chaos that it reflects back to others their own lack of resolve. It holds up a mirror, and in that mirror, they do not see you. They see the ghost of their own potential, untapped. This is the ultimate Stoic aim, not to control the world, but to exercise perfect command over the only realm you were ever given lordship, your inner world. From that command flows a life of such startling coherence it can seem superhuman to the disordered mind. We embark now on a deep excavation of this Stoic discipline. We will move beyond simple habit trackers and morning routines. We will delve into the architecture of a will forged in the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. This is about building an inner citadel so impregnable that the sieges of emotion, distraction, and external opinion break against its walls without leaving a mark. Part 1, The Foundation, Discipline of Perception. Before you can command your actions, you must command your sight. The first and most fundamental discipline is how you see the world. The undisciplined mind sees an insult in a casual remark, a catastrophe in a minor setback, a personal failing in every piece of criticism. It is tossed by the waves of initial impression. The Stoic practices prosoke, attention. They insert a sacred pause between the event and their judgment of it. In that pause, they ask, what is this, stripped of my story about it? They see the world not as it feels, but as it is. Marcus Aurelius trained himself daily. Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, but I neither have been injured by any of them, nor can I be angry with my kinsman. He disciplined his perception to see the actions of others as products of their own ignorance, not as personal attacks. This is the bedrock. When your perception is disciplined, you are no longer a puppet whose strings are pulled by every external event. You achieve emotional invulnerability. To an outside world that operates on emotional reactivity, this calm clarity is the first unsettling thing they will notice. You do not react. You respond. And the difference is terrifying in its power. Part 2, The Architecture, Discipline of Action. From a disciplined perception flows disciplined action. This is not mere busyness. It is action dictated by virtue, not by whim, not by feeling, not by what is easy. The Stoics' question is never, what do I feel like doing, but, what does my role require of me? What does the role of a good parent, a good professional, a good citizen, a good human being demand in this moment? This action is focused on the process, never the outcome. Your discipline is to pour your entire being into the effort, the craft, the act of showing up with integrity. The result, the promotion, the win, the applause, is outside your control and therefore irrelevant to your discipline. You work for the sake of the work itself. You are just, not because you will be rewarded, but because justice is the right action. You are courageous, not because you will be hailed, but because the situation demands courage. Epictetus laid down the law, circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. Your disciplined action in the face of difficulty reveals you to yourself as strong. To others, this unwavering commitment to right action, regardless of reward or recognition, seems alien. It frightens them because it exposes the transactional nature of their own efforts. They see someone who cannot be bought with praise or deterred by hardship. A will of this caliber is a rare and formidable sight. Part 3, The Fuel, Discipline of Will, the Love of Fate. Here is the engine of terrifying discipline, amor fati, the love of one's fate. The undisciplined will resists, complains, and fights against reality. The disciplined Stoic will embraces it. Not with passive resignation, but with active, enthusiastic collaboration. Every obstacle is reframed. It is no longer a block, but the very path. The rejection is not a failure, but a redirecting. The loss is not a punishment, but a lesson in non-attachment. The pain is not a signal to stop, but the friction necessary for growth. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." The disciplined individual does not just endure trials, they welcome them as the necessary tools of their own creation. They love their fate, all of it, because it is the raw material they have been given to sculpt a self of fortitude and wisdom. This is perhaps the most frightening quality to witness. When others see you embrace difficulty, accept criticism with gratitude, and find opportunity in loss, they are confounded. Their entire psychology is built on avoiding pain and seeking pleasure. You represent a being who has transcended that basic calculus. Your serenity in the storm seems almost inhuman. It scares them because it suggests a level of self-mastery they have not dared to imagine for themselves. Part 4, The Unshakable Core, the Daily Drill. This discipline is not a mood. It is a daily, hourly drill. It is built in the quiet, unseen moments. The morning proposition: you do not crawl from bed to a screen. You rise and confront the day with intention. You review the Stoic maxims: I will encounter anger, ingratitude, and distraction today. My job is not to avoid them, but to meet them with my own virtue. You arm yourself before the battle even begins. The mindful pause: before speaking, before reacting, you create space. In that space, you choose your response. This pause is the signature of your discipline. The evening audit: in silence, you review. Not what happened to you, but how you happened to the day. Where did your perception falter? Where did your action deviate from virtue? Where did your will resist fate? You judge yourself with calm severity, and you resolve to do better. This relentless, private self-assessment is what forges the iron will. No one sees this drill. They only see its results: the unbreakable consistency, the unwavering focus, the imperturbable calm. Conclusion: the power of the self-contained soul. To scare them is a side effect, not the goal. The goal is freedom. The freedom that comes when your happiness, your worth, and your peace are no longer hostages to the outside world. You become a self-contained system, a sovereign state. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is the source of the fearsome discipline. When you realize your power is entirely internal, you stop seeking it externally. You become a rock in the river. The water, the opinions, the dramas, the chaos of the world rushes past. It may wear on you over centuries, but it does not move you. People will notice this. They will call you cold, intense, or intimidating. What they are sensing is your absence of need. You do not need their approval. You do not need their drama. You do not need their constant validation. You are complete. And in a world of needy, insecure, and reactive people, a complete human being is the most unsettling, and the most powerful, thing you can be. So begin the drill. Discipline your perception. Channel your action. Love your fate. Do it daily, without fanfare. Become so aligned with your purpose that your very presence is a statement. Become so internally resourced that you are unmoved by external poverty. Become so disciplined, so utterly and completely your own master, that you inspire not just admiration, but a respectful, formidable awe. Build a will that cannot be broken. And watch as the world, unconsciously,